I want my time back for that buffering slap fight.
Yeah, bro. First thing, here's the thing. When I saw this bro's training stuff, this guy was moving a lot better during those little training videos that he had than whatever was happening here. The bro had a knee brace on. This guy walked in, he had that slight stumble, and I'm like, there's something wrong here. There's something off. I literally could tell, and I'm just, keeping my fingers crossed while everyone was booing this guy as he drove in on a car. I'm like, what the hell, dude? And this guy was kind of nibbling on his glove like he didn't eat before the thing. I know he's got a biting fixation, as it turns out. I think we all knew that. But this, hey, not for nothing, I wouldn't be able to last 8 rounds with this guy. Thank you. I wouldn't be able to last 8 rounds with this guy. I wouldn't. Or this guy. I probably wouldn't even be able to get into the ring in my physical condition. All right. But this was just a waste of everybody's time. It really was. This guy made $40 million. This guy made $20 million. All right. And these shorts cost about $1 million. I'm not even joking about that. They're like $1 million shorts for some reason. What? Why? And even though this guy walked in, go.
Jake's next challenge, he will fight a 90-year-old.
Yeah, dude, I've seen the memes. There's just so many memes about, up next, this guy is going to be fighting, Jimmy Carter. Up next, he's going to, challenge Babe Ruth to a home run derby, even though he's been dead for 60 years or more. Like, this guy is like, to his credit, he can make a spectacle out of anything and make a lot of money. His whole market is being unlikable. I kind of wouldn't want to live an existence like that, but apparently it pays well. So I guess the moral of the story for future generations is make sure everybody hates you so you can make money somehow. On the plus side, hey, I've got a renewed interest in women's boxing because that was the best fight of the entire night. That was brutal. I want to see him get into MMA, like MMA. Like, not like, I'm going to fight that retired MMA fighter that had, like, hip surgery. No, I want to, like, a, real MMA fighter. But this was not a good sight. It was, I felt like he was just picking on an older person. And though this guy is fit AF for his age, there is age to consider, And I figured one of two things was going to happen. This guy wasn't going to do crap, or this guy would have gotten knocked out just instantly. It is what it is. Netflix outages and buffering issues plagued fans trying to tune in to Paul vs. Tyson. This was terrible. It was difficult to watch. Like, it was like watching Minecraft. It was insane how bad. How do you not, your Netflix, how do you not handle live traffic? What? It doesn't change how hard he hits, and Tyson went through so many rounds where he could have blasted him but held back. Maybe, I don't know. I've only seen a couple of Tyson's fights, and I know when Tyson is like, I'm gonna murder somebody, you see that expression. This guy's legs were so messed up. Because here's the thing, our legs are bad, and the way he was moving around, I know his legs are bad. There's something wrong with his legs. Because he was almost shuffling around. These aren't working well legs at all. He got the problems. All right. I don't know if he got the varicose veins, if he's got a Charlie horse or something. The fact that Jake has normal looking ears tells me he's never been fought seriously by anybody. Well, even one of the announcers was saying this guy's, all of his fights have been very calculated. Like he fights particular people. They're all in like exhibition matches for the most part. He did have 10 professional fights, but even then it's like people are like, well, his opponents were chosen for reasons, that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not going to say apparently this guy's got a crazy right hook, but I don't know that. I don't know anything about boxing. I really don't. Two people get in a ring, they punch each other. I didn't even know there was a point system. You know, because I'm used to this guy knocking somebody out in the first round and the fight's over. Okay. Yeah, but you know, whatever spectacle this is, I didn't expect anything less because this guy do what he do. This guy probably needs money. I don't know how, but apparently. And everyone's going to make fun of this guy and he's not going to care. He's just going to keep going and being obnoxious because that's his brand. And Netflix was the big loser out of all of this, being garbage. However, supposedly, all right, I'm going to get, because I'm not going to be completely 100% down on this guy. I don't like his persona. I don't like his personality. But supposedly, he was a main contributing factor to making sure that the women got paid as much as all the other male boxers during the pre-matches. So if that's true, then good on him. I'm going to pat you on your head. Good job. You're doing something good, even though nobody likes you. So that's kind of, that's good. I'll throw a positive in there if that's true. I always say allegedly. The other thing that really bothered me about this match, right, was afterwards. This guy went to shake his hand after the fight, and this guy was like, well, I got to make sure I showcase my energy drink. He had to make sure he had his hat on. And then, his brother was spraying him down with some stupid scented crap. It was like a product display for all this person's garbage. And I'm like, this dude is trying to shake your hand after a match, and you're just like, hold on, bro. I got to show off my energy drink and this and that. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm not buying anything from this guy ever. Ever. You know? And I'm like, dude, that is just crappy sportsmanship right there. Worry about your products later. You literally, quote unquote, fought a legend of boxing, and all you're concerned about is your weird little spray and your stupid drinks. Take 1 second, shake their hand. Okay? Like that was unbelievable. There is a particular type of behavior in sportsmanship that you would tend to expect from a human being, but it just didn't happen here. And maybe I'll chalk that up into, you know, him getting hit in the head a couple of times. I don't know. It's his brother's energy drink. He was trying to show off his brother's energy. What does his brother do aside from hang around him? Like, Paul brothers are bad sportsmen, lack respect in the worst way, and only care about themselves, their products, and their influence status. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, it's like, for people who grew up with this, you don't care about what this person's doing. You find him to be a showy, obnoxious person. But somebody who grew up with this, they're like, look at this old dude. Yo, he's going to knock out the old dude. And he couldn't even do that. But I don't know if he was holding back too. Like, I feel like both of them were holding back, because if this guy's, you know, again, people say he has a very powerful right. It's at that level, you know? So I'm not going to take that away from him if he's that good, but I don't know if he was holding back because he's like, do I really want to knock out Tyson? Or do you think there's just no humanity in him and he was like, I want to knock out this old guy just so I can say I knocked out Tyson? I don't know what goes on in the brain, allegedly. Like, it would be interesting to just see if he wouldn't care and he would just be like, yeah, I knocked out Tyson, but still couldn't do it at 27. He couldn't knock out somebody who's almost 60. Jake is desperately doing anything to stay relevant. Yeah, but do you think it was being his personality, knowing that this guy's older, that he would go out of his way to try to knock him out? Because somebody says, you know what? His personality would be, if he could knock him out, he would do it. Tyson had a health emergency before the fight. Yeah, it was in June. He had to have like a bunch of blood transfusions and stuff. And then he lost like 26 pounds. And then he had to kind of get back in shape for November. I mean, that's a lot to do. Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, dude, the guy's arm, whether he's older or not, dude, look at his arm is like almost twice the size of his. Just getting hit with that would just be, maybe he was biting his glove because he's like, I want to kill this guy. I just got to make it through to make $20 million. You know? I don't care that Mike is 60. If that fight had been real and he was 100%, he would have KO'd Paul. I feel like that would have been the case. I've seen enough pre-fight footage of this guy to be scared of him. I haven't seen footage of this guy where I'm scared of him. You know, he kind of dances around, he gets a couple of punches in, and he makes a lot of goofy faces. This guy, he's a beast. This guy's a beast. He's a very fit YouTuber. But I don't know. If you do go back and watch the VOD, skip this and watch the women's bout. That was absolutely insane and pretty brutal. Even a match before that, what was it? Barros and I forget the other guy's name. That was a pretty decent fight. They were literally matched. Like it was pretty even. The one before that, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, so that was a thing. Netflix outages and buffering. Yeah, so Netflix is supposedly trying to get football and all these other sports so they can stream it live. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. People are gonna be very happy. You know, what if they get the Super Bowl? Do you think this is gonna be this is not gonna you're gonna get insane? You're gonna get hurt. You know, Netflix will go broke if it tries to get sports. If it's gonna go broke if they don't. Honestly, I haven't watched anything on Netflix since Sandman and Wednesday, and everything else I don't give a crap about. Because here's the thing, and I'm gonna math this. The only thing people are going to care about is live stuff because they want to be there then when it happens. VODs and stuff are, you know, kind of cool or whatever, but when it comes to sporting events and watching things, you're going to want to have that live experience as much as humanly possible. Nobody cares about a VOD. Nobody cares about a show anymore. You know, nobody's going to sit and be like, oh, wow, I really got to watch this show, whatever. Yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'll watch the VOD. I'll binge watch it later. Nobody cares. Stuff recorded, you can watch whenever. Yeah, it's the live stuff. If you want to watch sports, you want to watch it live. You know, nobody wants to see the highlights of the Super Bowl if you're a football fan. Nobody wants to see, you know, a compilation by a YouTuber going, you know, oh my God, look at that pass. You man, you believe that? Yeah, that happened like 12 hours ago. Nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody's going to want to see somebody take a swing at the bottom of the ninth and then have things buffer, you know, during the World Series and be like, and then you come back and then everyone's already cheering and you're like, what the hell happened?